evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only talent, El Idolo, New Year, Save the Bear, Taylor, and it's a lot. Talent, the sports idol, yes, it's all of that. I'm all encompassed. You know what we say, it's the motor mouth for the South, your boy Talent Taylor. It's the chocolate boy wonder, your boy Talent Taylor. Whatever names you got over there. We got Mr. Energy out there in the air. We here today. We are here today on Monday. We're talking about Manic Monday, overreaction Monday, let's get it Monday, money Monday, however you want to manage your Mondays. We are here today. We got a big show for you guys on the MyT Sports Podcast. We're talking about we got the Knicks putting a stronghold on their playoff series. The Warriors come back to tie Gervonta Davis, and still we gonna get into that. We got LeBron James, big bro, in the Grizzlies. Hey, that's what he's doing. RJ Barret escaped a nickname from us. Ja Morant was in, but no, it wasn't Ja Morant. I forgot to take De'Aaron Fox's name out of there. Ja Morant's name out of there. It's De'Aaron Fox that's injured. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why I confused it. Maybe it's the speedsterness. Maybe it's the speedster. Oh, is that rain out here? Maybe it's the speedster and explosiveness on why I have them. Why I'm confusing them sometimes in my own mind. But you know what? You know what they say? Regardless of the weather and regardless of the time, it's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast. They say I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday, April 24th. What time it is? It's about 8:43 p.m. We will start the show about 8:07 p.m. Hope you guys have been tuning in, waiting for that salivate and be like, hey, we ready to start this show. Things need to go ahead and get started right now. You'll look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's MyT. Ain't a damn thing changed. Got a big show for you guys today. It's got a big show for you guys today. So let's start talking. Woo! Back at it like a sports fanatic. MyT Sports. I have all of this. Y'all guys can't even see it. Bring that camera down. Bring it all the way down. I want you to tilt it down. Not that down. I should, you know what? Oh no, I paused it. I paused the camera. I didn't mean to pause it. Now I fucked up the camera. Now you guys can't even see it, but here we go. You see it. Knicks playoffs, baby. You understand? Haven't been able to wear this shirt for 2 years. And not only are we wearing the shirt right now, we are wearing the shirt. We are stomping the yard. We are coming to your hometown. And we over here giving you nothing but talk to them, B.
Emotional damage.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Woo! Hey! I'll tell you. And with all this excitement, because I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm excited. You know I got the energy for you guys today. Yeah, you know I'm not coming through. I'm not coming through as El Idolo Deportivo. No, I'm not coming through today as New Year Save the Bear. Oh no, it's your same old Mr. Energy today, coming to bring you all the hype about the New York Knicks that you want to talk about. But you know what happens here every once in a while on the podcast? Every once in a while we get a topic. I'm cleaning my glasses. Everybody was like, what the fuck is he doing over here? I had to clean the glasses. So I can't see shit right now. I had something on. I had to get that off. Right? So I know you think I know what you think about, on a day like today, where it's such big and heavy on the Knicks, where I got nothing to do but probably spend the next 3 hours sitting here with you, right? Not bragging, celebrating. Let's say it better. Celebrating, bumping my chest, fist bumping my Knicks, showing you all the bravado that I got pent up inside of me. I'm letting all that unleash today. And with all that in the working, with all that in the making, you would think that we would do nothing but talk Knicks heavily. Not just talk Knicks, but lead off with the Knicks, end with the Knicks, in between with the Knicks. You understand? We was going to go to Freak Nick with the Knicks. Woo. Speaking of Freak Nick, You guys heard there was 3 prominent black women right now that are suing Netflix to try and not get the video released for it may, because you know what's gonna happen, especially now, right? Especially now that we know that there's women suing to try not to get it released. Now when it gets released, people are going to be, this is not even my first topic of the day, people are really going to be like combing through that video, looking through it everywhere, just to see now which one of these nice little wholesome figures, which one of these people that we see nowadays is going to be over there in that Freaknik video. You know, somebody's going to be sitting there dissecting it, frame by frame, inch by inch. Like, wait a minute, who is that on the top of left-hand corner hanging from a Whataburger? Is that who I think it is? Is that Mrs. Reese? Is that Miss Reese? Oh no, don't tell me it's her. What's going on, shorty? What's going on? How you doing? We got a big show. Let's get into it, right? Because I had, you know what we do. Every once in a while, something pops in here. I'm real good. I'm even better because my Knicks are doing what they're supposed to do. My Knicks are doing something that they haven't done in a very long time, and that is just flat out taking care of business, and taking care of business from the lower seed too, as the underdog, as the person that's not supposed to be punching up. But not only are we punching up, we knocking people out. Got one more window. We got one more whip. Before we get there, before I get full-blown Knicks, something else came across my wire. Something came across, buzzing across, was like, yo, pump your brakes, pimping. You can't go full Knicks yet. You know that you can't. I understand that you want to, but you can't go full Knicks yet. It will be irresponsible of you. So let's get into our MyT topic of the day. It don't get any better. Listen, the energy ain't about to leave, because if I'm not coming at you with some big Nick energy, then oh boy, DJs, because it's time. Oh, it's officially time. Talk to him, B. Wait, say it again. I'm celebrating early. We didn't even start off the show with a birthday celebrations today. We came straight into it. I'm sorry, birthday people. If you had a birthday over the weekend, I want to wish you guys a happy birthday real quick. I wish you guys a happy birthday later, but we got to get this out of the way, because I'm over here getting ready for the podcast. I'm over here getting ready to give you guys the biggest Nick that you've ever had in your life, right? You understand? And I got sidetracked. Because they told me, yo, put on your green and white. Hop on the PJ. We have officially signed that bad man named Aaron. What? No. Don't play with my feelings like that. I heard it all before. I heard this all before. But this time it's true. Oh, it is true. It is damn true. Play them horns again. I gotta smoke. Yes, folks, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is officially becoming a New York Jet. So let's go ahead and give you some of the schematics. I know if you guys have heard for some time now. It's been about 3 years now since the Green Bay Packers drafted Jordan Love, the backup quarterback, to what was going to be Aaron Rodgers, where they wanted him to be there for some time to learn under Aaron Rodgers, right? Get some tutelage from him and kind of figure out and see if you can learn the game from him the same way he kind of learned from watching Brett Favre, right? Watch it. Not so much being mentored, but at least watch it. It was during that time that Aaron Rodgers said that, he was completely fed up with this organization. If we're on the brink of trying to win, why are you drafting somebody that you for 3 years when I need weapons now? Are you trying to say you're ready to replace me? Trying to say I'm no longer no good for you? You think you could do better than me? What? All right, cool. What did Aaron Rodgers do? He went on to get to win 2 back-to-back MVPs. Now, did he win the chip? No. But people have told me that if you're not going to win the chip, right, at least be an MVP is the next best thing. Not taking them to at least to the promised land and failing, but but being an actual MVP. And Aaron Rodgers did that 2 straight years in a row just because he was pissed off. Got the Green Bay Packers to sign him to some monstrous deal. What's going on, Jack? I see you. Got the Green Bay Packers to agree to sign him to some monstrous deal where he gets 58-point-something million this year. And then told the Green Bay Packers, you know what? You're done with me. You're not breaking up with me. I'm breaking up with you. I want out of here. You can't bring me back. I don't care how good the gawk is. You had your time. Nope. Put your clothes back on. Walk out that door. Turn and leave, because I could do better by myself. So now the talks of Aaron Rodgers possibly coming to the Jets start to pick up. He says that he wants to come to New York. We hear rumors that the sides have basically has it done, but yet time passes and no Aaron Rodgers in green and white until today. We heard it some months ago. And we thought it was a done deal. But today, I'm telling you, it really is. What makes today different? Oh, because last time it wasn't a friend of a friend of a friend of a blue check mark Woj. It was actually Woj this time. It was actually Shefty this time. It was actually the 2 guys that if you ever needed in the blue check mark or post-blue check mark era to verify that a transaction is happening, you confirmed it when it came to Woj, when it comes to Woj, and when it comes to I am looking for something. When it comes to Woj and when it comes to Adam Schefter. You pay attention to them. But I've seen confirmation from both, if I'm not mistaken. And what we have on our hands, let's see if I can get this shared with. I was trying to get this shared with my Instagram people. But you know what? They're just going to be asked out. So what it is. And I like what the Jets have done, because if you've heard the rumors over the past couple of months, it was really heavily rumored that the Packers wanted the Jets' first round pick, and the Jets were trying to do everything to get out of that first round pick, even accumulating more second round picks that can equal the point value of what that first round pick was. And even with that, negotiation still never manifested into anything more than still just this weird Cold War of negotiations. Both sides guaranteeing you that this is a done deal and it will get done, but no movement actually really happening that we know of. Well, you know what they say, that deadlines make decisions, right? And we know that, and if you see the deal, right, and you hear about the picks that they were trying to get and assets that they were trying to that they were trying to get in return, there was a heavy sense that the very first real hard deadline to pay attention to was the draft day. And if you've been paying attention, you may not have been, because there's been so much going on that the draft may have passed you guys. It's kind of been passing me by. because I got my Knicks I got my Knicks to talk about. So NFL, MLB, NHL, walk on by, just to walk on by. Right? Because I'm gonna listen to you guys another time. I'm gonna catch up. I'll catch up after the second round, okay? I shouldn't talk like that. I really shouldn't. My Knicks is doing good right now. Yo, can I get a can I get this one time? One time.
I'm from New York, and you know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch.
Yeah. I wasn't planning on him to say that one, but you know what? That's how we feel right now. I mean, that's kind of how we feel all the time as Knicks fans, as Jets fans, as Yankees fans. Anybody that hates that whole New England, Boston area, like, you know, fuck Tom Brady. Let's get back to it. Get back to the story at hand. Let's get back to the major story at hand. Aaron Rodgers now being signed with the New York Jets. So with Green Bay trying to get the number one, get that first round draft pick, and the Jets trying to hold on to it, but maneuver in ways where we can give you second round picks, third round picks, other forms of compensation that could equal the value, the point value. I don't know if you guys know, every single draft pick gets a point value. So if you add up the second round pick that the New York Jets had with the one they accumulated from, let me see if that one's included in this deal by any chance. I can lay it out. Let's see. The Packers are sending Jets are sending number 13. So number 42. That sounds like their pick. Okay, so they're keeping the other team's picks and they're sending their picks. Yeah, I can't remember whichever second round pick. So it's their 42nd pick, somebody else's pick. All of that would have equal to the pick that the New York Jets have, or even a few draft picks higher. And that was to also help in case Green Bay were trying to flip those picks so they can try to move up in the draft a little bit more, which is still the rumor that is being said around the water cooler that the Green Bay Packers may do. So if this done now, the deal is currently looking at this. The Packers are, and this is per ESPN. I'm actually reading this right off their goddamn site. So the Packers are sending Rodgers and picks number 15 and 170th pick in this year's draft to the Jets. So the Jets do get their first round pick back. So they don't lose out on the first round pick. They get that back. That's big. That's probably the biggest thing I saw there as Jets fans. So for you guys wondering, hey yo, jackpot, baby. Don't hate, participate. That's probably going to be the theme today. Don't hate, participate, baby. Don't hate, participate. Twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle. All right. So they get the number 13. So they get the Jets get back the number 15th pick and 170th, 170 in this year draft. Now the Jets are sending off their 13th pick, right? So that's their first round pick, the 42nd pick, which is that second round pick, and the 207th pick, which, what's that? Sounds like three, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I've already malfunctioned. That sounds like the very last round. All right? And that could become a first rounder if Rodgers plays at least 65% of his snaps. So, wait. So there's a 2007 in this draft. Oh, and a second rounder in 2024. That could become a first rounder if Aaron Rodgers plays at least 65% of the snaps. Now, this is part of this is something that they end up getting in there as well, is the percentage of snaps. So they got, and that's probably also and you have to look and you have to start parsing this, right? Piecing this little by little. What were the negotiation factors that were holding this up? Jets first round pick. Remember, I told you they were accumulating second round picks to try to not have to give away that first round pick. Well, they gave away that first round pick, and they got the Green Bay Packers first round pick back in return. That's 2 picks down. And from what I hear, the Green Bay Packers are trying to move up anyway, so it's just posturing. We gave up our second round pick versus the second round pick that we accumulated. So we got back the Green Bay's first round pick, and we got somebody else's second round pick. We've lost nothing. We give up some 7th round pick. We've lost nothing. Now, you see the second negotiating factor. Pointing that comes up in here, right? Let's try to see. Let's see if we can get Instagram back in here. I know they be killing them. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can do this like this. This might be a whole lot better. I don't gotta keep losing them. So now you see the second negotiating factor, right? Because it was rumored, and I want to say it was rumored. It was rumored that the Jets, when it came to that, when it came to the conditional pick, right? The pick that's a second round pick that can possibly make it to a first round pick. They were trying to get that condition be based off of Aaron Rodgers winning. How far the team can go. But as you can see, like the Dallas Mavericks, you never know what a team may do at the end, and they may do some bitch shit, and next thing you know, you're like, hey, yo, I thought we had a gentleman's deal here. Right? So, as it says here, like the latter conditional pick, because the biggest win, as it was trying to jump to a first rounder and roughly playing 11 games as opposed to a more substantial total or some sort of production. So there you go. So basically say, yo, as long as Aaron Rodgers plays about 11 of these games this year, 65% of the games, that second round pick goes to a first. And if the Jets are trying to win a Super Bowl this year, which is what the talks of what Aaron Rodgers means, or what getting Aaron Rodgers means, the talks are going to automatically turn to, yeah, right in the lower back, upper gluteus maximum, itching. So, if the Jets are going to be the contender that they believe that they're trying to be this year by acquiring Aaron Rodgers, then it's a foregone conclusion that that second round pick is going to be a first. But Jets fans, if we get to where we think we want to get to with Aaron Rodgers, you're talking about a pick that's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 in the league. Somewhere in those last 7 spots. Hopefully. So they're picking at the end of the round. Again, it could use maybe not something that they actually use. It's something that they can use to position themselves, or posture themselves into something better later. But it's done. It is officially done. Aaron Rodgers, or the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets have come to agreements to have Aaron Rodgers join the New York Jets. It is a beautiful day in New York. Like, you understand what a weekend it is in New York? You understand what kind of high we have right now? I just need this high to last through Wednesday. That's going to be a hell of a high. That's going to be the kind of high that you've had for the first time kind of high. That's going to be the kind of time like, take a small hit because you don't want too much. And next thing you know, you're over here stuck looking at the ceiling like, yo, did you guys ever read that there was 3,462,921 popcorns on the ceiling? Yeah, that kind of high. Like, yo, the city is hot right now. Like things are going on in New York right now. You couldn't be happier. If you're a New Yorker, right, and you're not happy for what's going on with your team, that's what's going on in your city. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I'm lost, brethren. I'm lost. Big me, big homie, big T. I'm big lost. But I know what I'm not lost about. Sorry, I started thinking about her. I'll tell you what I'm not what I'm definitely not lost about. What I want to talk about next? Because you know what time it is. You know what time it is.
First of all.
Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. Knicks fans, call up. This is your time. I want to see these phone lines lit up today. I want to see these phone lines. Listen. I want you guys to tell me, like, yo, I was trying to call. I want you guys to tell me that tomorrow I was trying to call in. I couldn't get through. Phone lines are open. Start getting your spot reserved now. Heat fans, you can call in too. I see what you're trying to do tonight. You know, we want you guys. Yeah, so call in. Lakers fans, we seen you over there, big bro in the Grizzlies. Call in. Warriors fans, we see you coming out to play. Call in. But Knicks fans, it's your day. It's your moment. It's your one moment in time. Yo, you know what? We just high right now. I don't want to sound how Patrick Beverley may have looked by winning the play-in game. I don't want to sound like that. But boy, the euphoria that I'm on, the cloud nine, like that I am riding on, that flying nimbus, that I'm over. Hey, yo, Goku, how you doing over there, Pippin? Yeah, Knicks win, bing bong, right? You understand? Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like I'm feeling myself.
Bing bong.
I'm feeling myself, y'all. I'm in my Beyonce mood. I'm feeling myself. Like, yo, I'm in a big mood right now. I'm telling you, I got that big Nick energy for you guys. So do me that favor. Let me. No. Oh, is that time? Is it really that time? Is it that time for us to give our birthday shout outs? Have we not given the birthday shout outs today we've been that excited? Have we been that caught up? All right. Let's get them going. Play that song for me so we get into my. Let me give our Knicks fans some time to get in here. Birthday people, it's your time. You know how we do here, right? Because, yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your day. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. So if you had a birthday over the weekend, you make sure you get on these phone lines too before all those Knicks fans fill it up. Before all those crazy Warriors fans come out to play. Right? Before those Heat fans light up my airways. Birthday people. If you had a birthday on Saturday, if you had a birthday on Sunday, if you got a birthday today, right? You start tagging yourselves, right? You start tagging yourselves on the show. I can get your birthday shout out done. Right? You come and join the podcast. Slide your name in there. I get your birthday shout outs done. You drop me some orange and blue hearts. I get your birthday shout outs done. Because it's your birthday, we sing happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. So you want to make sure you get yourselves part of this birthday celebration. We here now. We gonna party like it's 1999. I don't know where that came from. I mean, I know where it came from, but I mean, I don't know what part of my inner workings that came from. Let's get them in here, right? Because, yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. But because it's your birthday, we sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We got a couple of birthday shout outs to give out, right? We got a couple of birthday shout outs. So if you haven't caught on, what we do here, we get a little birthday shout out to not a little birthday shout out. We give them a big MyT birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we was on here. Last time we was on air, scheduled to be on air, was supposed to be on Friday. So we gonna give birthday shout outs to Saturday people. We gonna give a birthday shout outs to Sunday people. And you know what? Today, people birthdays on Monday. We gonna give you a couple of birthday shout outs as well. I hope you got the speaker to your ears. Here come a little bit of flavor. All right, here we go. All right. First birthday shout out we'd like to give out to is Hussein Manzoor. Happy birthday to you, brethren. Happy birthday. We see the birthday shout outs coming in here. Next birthday shout out we have to give out for over the weekend. This is still Saturday. We are. Up to Maritza Rodriguez. Want to say happy birthday to Maritza as well. Happy birthday to you. Hey, yo. And we move over to Sunday. Want to say happy birthday to Alex Spanish Martinez. Hey, yo, happy birthday, brethren. We see you. And I told you guys last week, we got a residential pops. We got a residential moms as well. Want to say happy birthday to Lisa Mejia. She had her birthday. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to Lisa as well. Much love. Yo, big love, big love, big love. Yo. And then that brings us to today. And that brings us to the birthdays that we got today. And we only got one birthday shout out for today. And that is to one Danielle Maldonado. Want to say happy birthday to Danielle as well. Wait, that's the wrong one. Happy birthday to her as well, right? Don't forget, even though they may have missed the birthday segment, even with the birthday shout out, they can still get a little birthday shout out. Even though they missed the birthday party, we'll give them a birthday sneak. They can get a birthday shout out. They can still come at any time in the show. Let me know that they had a birthday Saturday, Sunday, or today, and I will give them a birthday shout out at some point in the podcast. But listen, if you want a birthday shout out, don't forget to drop those orange and blue hearts, baby. Don't forget to drop those orange and blue hearts along with it too. Yo, we nicking it up all the way. Where my knickers at? Where all my knickers at? I know. Yo. Yo, the New York Knicks. The New York. Oh, I couldn't be happier, baby. I'm lying. I could be happier. We got to finish this one off. Like that would be the only that would be the ultimate letdown. Is if we Warriors up the place. You know what I'm talking about, Warriors, Cavs. Yeah, if we do that, then I'm highly vexed. But for right now, Knicks fans, stand up. Get your bing bongs on. Yo, give them your big Knick energy. Yo, let them show them what it's all about. New York Knicks, we needed this one. We needed this one back. And I told you guys last week, I was going to hold off my judgment of anybody until after these couple of home cooked games. Until after we got that full dosage of home cooked, and it was like, hey, yo, that was good. I need to come back for more. Until we got that double doses of home cooking by coming back on the road, playing games 3 and 4 in the Garden, right? Having the fan base show up, having the team show up. I really wanted to see, right, what they were all about, and they showed me. They showed me a couple of things, right? The number one thing they showed me was that everybody outside of Jalen Brunson is a role player. And they say, like, hey, yo, listen, what do we always say? Role players play bad on the road and play good at home. What did we just see? We saw something to be happy about. We saw something to be ecstatic about. We saw something that you should be 10 toes for. But you should also be a little bit nervous. And I don't want to bust that bubble. We're gonna get high again. But I have to bring this dosage of reality in here. I have to bring this dosage of reality in. As we played phenomenal. Like I said, these last 2 games, phenomenal. Game three, whew, speechless. Everything on 1,000. Effort on 1,000. You know what I mean? Rebounds, 1,000. Camaraderie on 1,000. Talking about putting yourself in the cryogenic chamber, coming out 3 hours later, and people have no clue how you how your power level raised so fast. That's what happened with the Knicks. The way that they came out, the energy that they came out. That's the reason why I had to come up with the energy today. the energy that they came out with. You know what? I'm taking my head out today. I'm sorry, it's not one of them days. It's not one of them days. Ah! Get out my face. See my alfalfa out here? Yeah, I can't help it, yo. My alfalfa. He's staring at me. But if you understand what that means, that means you fully understand what also this Knicks series potential win. But I'm gonna call this series win is gonna be. You heard me from the beginning saying Knicks in 5. I'm the only one that's been bold enough. Everybody wanted 6. I said, nah, let's be gentlemen about it. Why are we gonna drag this out? Let's be true gentlemen about it. Gentlemen don't drag out series longer than they need to be. That's just making your opponent suffer. Or you take joy and watch people suffer when they can't defend themselves. Nah, be a gentleman. Think about their misery early. I've been said the 5. I've been talked to you about that. I've been plead the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. The boys been here. New York Knicks, game 3, effort, amazing. But it's not just the effort. Let's run down a couple of these players, right? And I don't want to just do the arbitrary of their points, but it does ultimately show in your points as well, because none of these guys can shoot suddenly. None of these guys can shoot in Cleveland. All of a sudden, Emmanuel quickly, game 3 goes 4 for 6, drops 11 points. You get Josh Hart. He comes off the bench 4 for 5, drops another 13 points. Emmanuel quickly was plus 27. Josh Hart was plus 13 in that game. Hartenstein goes 3 for 5, right? Plus 1, 7 points. Obi Toppin kind of struggles, goes 3 for 8, right? But also 3 of those misses are from 3-point range. 8 points, plus 1 as well. Then we get our starters, Quentin Grimes. He goes 1 for 5, but he gets a plus 9. Now, the guy that really probably mattered the most, the guy that we're probably here talking about the most, after the first 2 games to the last, the person that you're gonna see the wait. Is that Mandy? Was this the birthday girl, Mandy Rodriguez? Was this your birthday today? Did I just give you a birthday shout out today? Are you here on the podcast now listening after you just got a birthday shout out? Happy birthday to you. I think that was you. Maritza Rodriguez, Mandy Rodriguez. That looks different. Okay, it's probably not the same person, or it could be the same person. Maybe we got 2 different names in 2 different places, in 2 different spaces, 2 different faces. Who knows? But let's go ahead and trace this back to the New York Knicks. The guy that took the most scrutiny, the guy that I end up defending the most, even though if he had a bad game over this weekend, I was probably going to drag him the most. Before I get into the accountability stages, let's celebrate. Let's have a celebration. Good times. Come on. New York Knicks currently up 3-1. Let's not bury the lead. New York Knicks. Yo, Reggie. All right. Let's try that again. New York Knicks currently up 3-1.
Bing bong.
There we go. Thank you. 3-1. Right now, causing all kinds of
emotional damage
to the
Cleveland. This is for you.
Cavaliers. Now, if you're not a Knicks fan, you're surprised at what's going on right now. Knicks seed, 4 seed. Cavs seed, 5. Knicks seed, 5 seed. Cavaliers, 4 seed. Cavs, they got the star player, Donovan Spider Mitchell. A guy that we know for dropping 45 on any given night when it comes to the NBA playoffs. If you look at his numbers, I think he already has one of the top 5 NBA playoff averages. Now winning. Not quite there, but putting up those buckets. We've seen them. And I sat here, and I said right here, I don't mind if he has those kind of performances, just as long as it ends the same way they've all have ended, with him basically in the pitcher's position, holding his head, or him laying on the ground, holding his head, or him kneeling on the ground. Basically, it's some form of him ground head. That's it. That's all I've wanted. I said that some time ago. For the most part, we've kind of had that. Donovan Mitchell goes off, getting his buckets, but his other team kind of struggling. Game 2, they blitz us. So, let me tell you what ended up happening, right? Game 2 comes along, and it ends, and RJ Barret catches all the smoke. And I want to know, where's all this RJ Barret hate come from? Like, why is he catching all the smoke after game 2 when everybody played bad to me? See, what ends up happening is that everybody gets caught up in the contracts too much. And the contracts lead you to constantly playing speedball with low-hanging fruit, where sometimes you have to go up a couple of branches or go to the trunk and seek out some of these roots. And it's the root searching that people don't do. You stay with the fuzz on the low-hanging fruit, and you try to pick at every little fuzz here around that low-hanging fruit, and it still just doesn't hold enough weight for me. It makes you seem lazy. Talking to Knicks fans over the weekend. This is actually after game 4, after the Knicks up 3-1. Because again, I still don't understand. And RJ Barret didn't get slammed after game 3 and game 4. But as Knicks fans, they're not gonna just quietly praise his games for game 3 and game 4 without bringing up of how horrible he looked in 1 and 2. Well, he's a role player. That's what happens. Well, how can he be a role player? He's getting paid all this blah, 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 blah. And now the money comes in. And to me, the money means nothing in this sense. After game 2, why is RJ Barret the only person being isolated as having a bad game? When Emmanuel Quickly had a bad game, when Quentin Grimes had a bad game, that whole entire rotation that you depend on for scoring, effort, and winning plays had a bad game. Why wasn't Quentin Grimes held accountable? Why wasn't Emmanuel Quickly held accountable? See, I wanted to get to the roots of these things. And it starts off with, his contract. Well, he's the one getting paid $184 million. I'm like, okay, so he got paid first. Why are you holding him more accountable than everybody else? That makes no sense to me. Because why are you just going to let Emmanuel Quickly off the hook? And see, this is how I look at it. Why, if Emmanuel Quickly isn't doing his job, you letting him off the hook just because you didn't pay him yet? No, but you want him to be that consistent. You want him to be the consistent 6th man of the year so you can pay him. And eventually he'll get his $100-something million contract. What, until he gets until they get that extension, you don't want to hold them accountable? No, I'm holding them accountable before that. I don't know if I need to give you this money for real. See, some people get paid just because they're the next man up, and some people get paid because they're actually doing their job. And some people get paid for doing both. Believe it or not, RJ Barret got paid for doing his job. Now, you may want his job to represent what you think the talent level of a third overall pick should be. But his job is whatever his coach has for him. which is 17, which is play defense and take 17 shot and take 17 attempts per game. Here we go. You have 17 plays designed for you. You're gonna get the same 17 shots that Julius Randle does and then Jalen Brunson does. But unfortunately for you, your usage rate is gonna be half of theirs. See, this is what I mean about really looking at it, because too easily, even when I mentioned to you that, oh, listen, he gets 17 attempts per game like Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, then you start thinking to yourself, well, why doesn't he able to get a little bit more? Because, man, these guys are doing this and they can do this, and you see them have, well, they all have had games where they have 30 this and that. But RJ Barrett, out of all of those guys that get 17 attempts, his usage rate is the lowest out of all of them. It's damn near half. It's about 40% lower. But what happens when there's only so much, really so much ball to go around? You can get the shot attempts up, but your usage rate may be different. So on how you get those points, are going to look a little bit different. You're not able to bully and isolate the way that Julius Randle gets a chance to, right? You're not able to lull your man to sleep and work in real isolation like Jalen Brunson does. You get the ball and listen, make some quick decisions with it. You get 17 of these, and you don't get a lot of time to play around with the ball. And in his role as a New York Knick, he played well. Compared to 2 years ago when there was no fans in the arena, did he play as well as that? No, but no, none of them have. I thought we've almost wiped that whole entire season off the record because we realized the kind of season that was. That's the Atlanta season, remember? Is it worse than last year? It's fallen off something last year. But also, he didn't have to deal with an illness. See, remember this year he had to deal with an illness, lost 20 pounds, had to come back, get back in physical shape, basketball shape. Shot was off for a whole entire time, for a while. I don't think RJ Barrett even started to become half consistent until after the calendar year. And they say you don't want to hear excuses, blah, 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 but you're trying to judge him based off his play. But if you're going to judge him based off his play, then you should take into account the things that cause him to play well or play poorly. What are we just talking blind numbers here? Blind information? Like, no, let's dissect this. So this is the RJ Barrett slander. So when I said that, so when I hear people say that, well, all season he averaged 20 points per game on 17 attempts as the third option. And half the time was taking on the other team's best defender. More than half the time. So I can understand when you just look at it on its surface and you see the slight regression in numbers. Well, I'll be more concerned about it if I see the same regression in numbers next year. You understand? Like, if next year I don't see an uptick, then I may have an issue. Because so far, every year has been some weird outlier year. But his consistency is the fact that regardless of what has happened, he averages 20 points per game. Very quietly, without you noticing. Kind of DeMar DeRozan kind of style early in his career. Kind of Jimmy Butler kind of style early in his career. You just look up and all of a sudden, like, oh, damn. Well, you got 22. Well, damn, he got 18. He gave us that work like that? Enough for winning. So RJ Barrett turns his whole entire game around. And I'm telling you, he was lucky because we were watching him here. He was going to get himself a nickname, Knick name. And it wasn't going to be a good nickname. It was going to be a nickname indicative of his failures. Luckily, it didn't have to come to that. Luckily, now, I kind of have more of an idea what RJ Barrett is. So, Now as I watch his performance, right? It's a the game 3 he put up. What's the numbers again? Game 3 he dropped 20. No, so he got 19 points on 8 for 12 shooting, 3 for 6 from 3, right? 8 rebounds, 3 assists. And in game 4, it was 9 for 18 for 26 points. 0 for 6 from 3, but 8 for 13 from the free throw line. The rest of his numbers were kind of mediocre. But he was the second leading scorer on the Knicks again. In a game, and we'll talk about game 4. So game 3 comes in, and New York Knicks completely blitzed the Cavaliers. The same way that the Knicks got punched in the face. The same way that the Knicks got blitzed in Cleveland. Which, it just goes to show you how the playoffs get sometimes, right? Is that one team comes out super hot, they come out super focused, and they attack and they get to you before you can even blink, and you don't even know what happens. You're like, damn, we got punched in the face. We thought we were ready for their level of intensity, but we weren't. We didn't know that they could bring it up to this notch. We've played them three times this year, now 4 times this year. And not one time did we think that they can bring it up to this level. Okay, now we know what we need to do to adjust. And that adjustment is a perfect storm now when you have it at home. And you're that kind of team too. You're a gritty team too. You're a dog as well. See, I refuse to let RJ Barret take the blunt of that game in game 3 because everybody played poorly. The Cleveland Cavaliers went down the whole entire lineup, starting from starter to bench player, and just sweat. And just smacked the whole entire lineup. As they came through, just one smack each, just psh, psh, get out of here, 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 psh, get out, psh, psh, backhands, forehands, front hands, up hands, down hands, all over the place. And Miami Heat are currently down 98-87 with 8.5 minutes left to go in the 4th. So there was reasons. There were big reasons behind paying attention to paying attention to how poorly everybody played, not just trying to isolate. Man, well, if RJ Barret, Jalen Brunson struggled, he didn't look like himself. Julius Randle struggled, he didn't look like himself. Everybody struggled. So it sounds like they were willing to bypass the 1 and 2, which is Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. Understanding that Jalen Brunson has got blitzed, Jalen off of injury. They're looking for, maybe because you're looking for Julius, RJ Barret to step up. But again, these are all role players. They kind of go sometimes how the head of the snake goes, or sometimes that home cooking ain't for them. And that's what I wanted, and that's what I saw in New York. I saw that home cooking come alive. Just like that home cooking worked for the Cavs, we saw that home cooking come alive. That aroma, the noise of that arena filled up that court like the aroma of your mama's cooking. And next you know, everybody came running in, giving it 110% because they knew after this game they were going home for their favorite dish. Oh, I wish. And the New York Knicks did exactly to the Cavs what the Cavs did to the Knicks. Held them to the lowest points scored by any team this whole entire season by only allowing 79 points. You understand? 79 points. 79 points is the kind of score that you used to get back in the days when I was watching the NBA. As what's going on, Punk? Monk? Moo? Oh, damn. I'm all kinds of dyslexic. What's going on, Coffee? All right, the phone lines are over. If you want to come join this next talk, join this NBA playoffs talk. That's the low. So the 79 points is the lowest amount of points scored by any team this season. And that's done by the New York Knicks, Tom Thibodeau's defense. And what is just playoff basketball, too? I'm telling you right now, the New York Knicks are gonna have the lowest scoring total by the lowest scoring total by any team in these series, in these playoffs, every single time. It's just what to expect when you're playing when you're playing a Tom Thibodeau led team. Like they are way too gritty. Now there's a lot of teams that lead with their defense as well. So I'm not gonna act like this Tom Thibodeau's the only defensively mind-led team. There are a couple others out there. Current coach of the year, Mike Brown, is a defensive first guy, but he also learned on the Golden State for a while too. So you still see a lot of that Golden State concept in his Kings concept, in his Kings game plan. I don't know if you guys have been peeping that lately. That's another reason why this Kings Warriors matchup has been so enlightening. Sometimes it's like like watching master and pupil, right? Pupil got his own dojo now. Let me see if my students can how they go up against your students. We're gonna go around the league in a little bit. We're gonna come back and talk Knicks. We're gonna come back and talk Knicks game 4. We're gonna go around the league in a little bit. So, even as a Cavs fan, after game 3, I wouldn't have been worried if I was a Cavs fan. I don't know if I'm fully worried right now as a Cavs fan. If I'm a Cavs fan, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? The same way that home cooking worked for them, let's see if we can get that home cooking to work for us again the same way it worked for them and it worked for us in game 2. Let's see if being on the road revert those other guys that went off back into average teams. Or I'm gonna tell you how you should be, Cavs fan. You know, every once in a while when you feel those little hairs standing up on the back of your neck, right? When you're walking through the house and it feel like there's footsteps behind you, right? You close the door, but you got to go and check and still see make sure it's locked 4, 5, 6, 7 times for the night. Oh no, that's not paranoia. It's the Knicker Bockers. They are coming for you. They are creeping at your window. We're trying to see who's inside there. We're trying to see who's home. We're trying to see if you're hiding or if you're trying to hold down your fort. You guys tucking your tail? Or are you trying to stand your ground? Because while you're hoping for your home cooking, as a Knicks fan, we're hoping that this is the sport that we needed to come alive. We've had your number all season. Our defense travels. Now, you're a good defensive team too. That's the reason why we have a game we didn't score. Like that game where the Cavs didn't score over 70, scored only 79 points, and the Knicks scored 99. So they held us underneath 100 as well. They're both defensive teams. They're both big defensive teams here. But if you can keep that energy, that's what you're really hoping for. Because you had 2 straight games of that energy. It wasn't like what happened with Cavs where you split that energy level. Like, no, you had 2 straight games of energy. And 2 straight games where it felt like you dominated. Now, that's what home cooking does. That's the beauty of the playoffs. Like, and it never fails. It never fails. Right? When it starts getting down to the gritty of it, right? The team with the home court advantage, they come out game 1 and game 2 normally, look dominant. We're like, oh my God, this series is out. Yo, they look how good they look. They look like the Harlem Globetrotters playing against the Capitals. We gonna get swept, yeah. Yo, this is gonna be a wrap. Yeah, you just know in a normal 2-0 series. This is because the home team plays so well, you can't even fathom, like, yo, what are they going to do to adjust to stop what just happened to them? Because this happened to them 2 straight games. Next, things come back. You know what I mean? The away team that is now at home, or the underdog is now at home, or the lowest seed is now at home. And next thing you know, they rail off 2 wins. 2 wins so much to the fact where you thinking like, hey, yo, they can possibly win this series. It's tied 2-2. It is now a best of 3. And with the way they've played these last 2 games, I now believe they could win 1. They could win 2 out of the 3. This is playoffs. This is playoffs. NBA playoffs. 7-game series. Let's see who's really standing at the end of this. This is a last man standing match. Iron Man match. No holds barred. I think my wrestling fandom is coming out a little bit. Oh man. Let's roll up and roll out for a little bit, right? Let's take a little detour, right? Yeah, right. Let's go. I forgot what the one. All right. I was in a fight mode. And over the weekend, not only did the Knicks put up a big fight, right, to be able to put a stranglehold on the series, right, with a 3-1 lead. Also with a big fight over the weekend was one Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia in, what was this, UFC 283, 287, something around there. That's irrelevant. My bad, I'm tripping. I said UFC. This is a boxing match, and I'm wilding. Y'all should have caught me on that one. Yo, exactly. Thank you. Told you my phone got perfect comedic timing. So we got to fight for the belt, right? Gervonta Davis taking on Ryan Garcia. Big fight, right? Big fight. One of these big fights. And this is one of those fights that, as it's coming into it, they are saying that if Gervonta Davis wins this fight, especially if he wins this fight in impressive fashion, this is going to be the fight that catapults him into being, if not the face of boxing, but one of the faces of boxing, like the faces. Or the face. Like, you know what? Like, this may make you universal champion. Right? Like, this may make you the A champ. That's what they said to him. And that's exactly what they said to him. And it was a lot of things going on in this competition. Garcia, right? Both of them on undefeated, right? Garcia, the taller man with the longer wingspan. Right, the pretty boy of the fighters, signed to Golden Boy Production. Great, right. Gervonta Davis, different kind of pretty boy, signed to More Money Entertainment. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Team Money Team. But before the fight going on, obviously you hear all the fight shenanigans. You see all the things that go on, like the pregame altercation and stuff like that, right? The hype to sell the fight, right? We see all of that, and we come down to what it comes down to is, hey, who's gonna be able to knock who out? And I don't even want to say who's gonna knock who out. It's the beauty of selling the fight sometimes, because when I catch some of these undisputed fighters, right, or undefeated fighters, and I look at some of their styles, especially these young proteges of Mayweather, and outside of their fighting style, I also try to pay attention to how they're promoting the fight, because sometimes people didn't give Mayweather enough credit for how he promoted fights. Because everybody always came to see him get knocked out. And you always thought the person he was fighting was going to finally be that person and knock him out. But yet after every single fight, you always left yourself wondering, like, damn, his fight was boring. You always left with that thought, like, this was a boring fight. Why did I pay to watch this? Why did I make time to watch this? He's such a boring fighter because he sold you on the possibility of being knocked out. And you was hoping that what you deem his boring ass style, like somebody would finally figure it out, or somebody would finally catch him and knock his ass out. So I look into this. I pay attention to how the fighters are promoting the fight. And neither one really is the Mayweather, is the boring fighter, right? That, okay, the people are trying to see if you can, but my style is so bottled up and impeccable at that as I'm schooling you, to the average person, you're gonna look boring. Thank you. And that's what Mayweather did. Jimmy Bucket's out here doing his thing. Jimmy Butler, to take a little detour to this game, Jimmy Butler right now with another and one. Jimmy Butler started off this game putting up 20 points in the first quarter. It was still a close game. Giannis played this game. Giannis came out and played this game. You saw Giannis constantly trying to get loose, stay loose. But Jimmy Butler had 20 points in the first quarter. Currently, right now, Jimmy Butler has 41 points on 16 or 24 shooting, 7 for 9 from the line. Right now, about to be 8 for 10 for the line. And I'm glad they didn't jinx him. So right now, you were talking about a 5-point game with just about 4:40 left in the game. Milwaukee up by 5. 101. Milwaukee up 101-96, I should say. So Gervonta Davis gets this fight, right? And they get the fight, and the fight starts off, and it looked impressive or entertaining from the angle of Gervonta Davis put on a defensive clinic, right? He did. Ryan Garcia couldn't touch him. It looked almost at times as if he was playing with him, like as if, you know what, I'm sparring with somebody that just learned how to box, and I'm trying to make them feel good about themselves, right? By making them think that they are keeping me, right? That they are keeping up with me and they keeping me on the ropes. They're keeping me working. They keeping me hesitant. But the moment this motherfucker gets that smile on their face, they'll be like, yeah, I got you, bitch. Bam. Oh, damn. I'm going to pop them and let them feel me. And knock him down one time in the second round. That's exactly what happened. Knock him down one time in the second round. Just to remind him, like, hey, remember, you the rookie here. I'm the champ. I'm the big dog on campus. Let's go again. Now, you know what? Let me tighten this up. Double up my efforts. I really think I got him now. He said he ain't gonna catch me in the face like that again. I promise you, I'm gonna see it coming. We're working him. I can't catch him though. Man, this motherfucker quick. I ain't know this motherfucker was that quick. But you know what though? I got him reeling. He gonna tire himself out. He gonna tire out before I tire out. He gonna tire out before I tire out. I can throw these punches in bunches. Sound like somebody? I can throw these punches in bunches and he'll tire out before I tire out, or we'll keep moving. And listen, he's throwing those punches and he keeps moving, but he's not catching them. He's basically swinging that pure air. And next thing you know, body shot. Body, yada, 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 yada. Straight to the liver. Peeled him like an onion. He's down. Took the knee like he was Kaepernick. Had the whole league looking at him. Peers and everything. Commissioner. He had the UFC commissioner. Dana White was like, "Yo, you gonna get up?" Gervonta Davis looking at him, taunting him like he Glass Joe from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Come on, you getting up? And then he hit him with the line that Mayweather has been making people say his whole life. No mas, papi, no mas. No mas. 7 rounds in. Liver shot. Rest of the body, failure to communicate. Down for the count. Down goes Garcia. Down goes Garcia. Ah, mira, papi, cabrón. What happened? You talking all that shit. Bendito. Look at your face. It's all right. We're coming back to the Knicks later. Oh shit, talking about the Knicks. Miami Heat currently right now 13-0 run in the last 2.5 minutes. I just told you the Miami Heat were down by 5 a minute ago. They're currently now up by 1 with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in that game. Jimmy, you know what? Jimmy Butler deserves better than this. Right? Like, this is going to be a big Knick day. I came here today with my big Knick energy. But you know what? You know what though? You can't be mad at me if I got to switch it up one time, right? From giving you big Knick energy to just flinging my Jimmy all over the place. Jimmy. Let's go.
That's because she was calling out to that Jimmy.
Jimmy Butler out here doing work. Got his whole team motivated. I can see why Heat fans are upset with Bam Adebayo. They'll be mad at Gervonta Davis. Don't get mad at Ryan Garcia. Ultimately, entertaining fight. Entertaining enough. Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, and before the match started, made a gentleman's bet that winner would take all. And mind you, there was a ridiculous, right, like difference in the purses. We're talking about like 300,000 paid to based off of 1.6 paid, something like that. Like, it was ridiculous, right? The difference. So really, the only benefit would really come if Garcia was going to take the belt and then take his purse. Gervonta Davis wins. There's no reason to take his chump change. That's what he's looking at. Like, why I'm going to take your pocket money? That's that coming to him. Yo, what you doing with my pocket money? I'm gonna take it. Why he's like, oh, well, I'm taking your pocket change. Pocket change. I need that to you. Like, oh, well, this is pocket change for me. My bad. Yeah, now you can have this back. That was your real money. This is exactly what it sounds like. Take a smoke break. Relax your mind. I've been going 100 miles a minute. You know they call me the motor mouth of the South. Your boy Talon Taylor in the building. You know, I'm coming with my big Knick energy today. You know it was coming. You knew it was coming. Like, that's why you should have wore your lashes. Like get the blockers on right there, because you knew the big Knick energy was coming today. New York Knicks take game 4 in about the same fashion they took game 3 in, right? And I would say it started off with the fans. Thank you, Alice. I seen you at the show. DD, I see you in the show. I see you in the call-in line as well. If you're listening on Podbean and you're listening to us through our call-in line, so if you would like to call and join in on the show, please do not feel shy. Knicks fans, Heat fans, Lakers fans, and Warriors fans. All of you, gives me a call. I think that's the only fan bases I can tolerate today. Everybody else, I don't know if I can have it. Like, I'll hang up on you. Like, that's dead ass. You come in here and you try to break my soul, right? You try to kill my vibe today. You gonna talk to my manager Tone. You go straight talk to my manager tone today. Dial tone. That's all you're going to get. I'm in a good mood. Tell you, I got my big Nick energy going on here. Pour me and my knickers everywhere. Knickers to the left. My knickers to the right. Big Nick energy all over the place. I feel like 4 Knicks, 1 couch right now. Yo, we fucked up the Cavs over the weekend. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be that guy. But you know,
Cleveland, this is for you.
Emotional.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
I'm a fool. But I'm a fool in a good mood. I told you guys, if I'm wilding, I'm smiling. New York Knicks, Game 4 still have the same way Game 3 did, with the fans. Can't can't lie, stood over with the fans. The fans came out there, and I'm gonna tell you what happened, right? And I know other major and some mid-major cities, right? You have these issues. It's a location thing. During the regular season, you may get an influx of all, right? You may get an influx of all kinds of fandoms, right? Because of the kind of venue. Oh, Jimmy Butler hitting a shot that's making people say, yo, fuck that. I'm Himmy Butler. I am Himmy Butler. Oh, yeah, he gonna get his Jimmy tickle tonight. If they come away with Miami Heat up by 3, 58 seconds left to go, 3-pointer dagger. I am the shit, he says. Yo, play my shit. I think he's saying play my shit. I don't know what Jimmy Butler is saying. Yo, Jimmy Butler. You know what? Oh, yeah, we was having this conversation earlier. Like, and you know what it is? You know what it is? Let's say this is what it is. Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard are the yin yang twins of the NBA. And I mean, and you have to understand what I mean here. I'm not calling them a rap group. I am literally talking that they are yin and yang in the sense that they both have to be load managed. But one, we really true and get everything from him when he's playing in the regular season, and then we know we get 182% from him or 222% from him when he plays in the postseason. And we get the emotion. If the other guy, it's unemotionless. We don't get all of him. We don't get all of him in the regular season. And when we do get him in the playoffs, like I'm about to sound like, I'm almost sounding like Paul Pierce. I don't just want a sample. I want the whole taste. I just want it all in my like pause. That's why nobody likes you. You're not Kobe. But something along that line, right? Thank you, phone. If you guys don't know, the first time listening, my phone has perfect comedic timing. I do not do that on purpose. That is the notification. That is the tune that I have set for notifications for my phone. And this is how often or how random I get notifications, and they just work themselves into the podcast at what seems to be at the right time 79.3% of the times. Or like 81.7. Somewhere between there. Okay, Milwaukee has the ball up. Giannis takes the ball. They get it back. And they get up to Jrue Holiday. He loses it. Jimmy Butler has the ball. He takes it. He gets into the lane, gets a little bit of contact, and they get the foul. Jimmy Butler goes to the line to try to make this a 2-possession game with 47.6 seconds left to go. Chris Middleton being called for the foul. And if they have a challenge available, okay, Jrue Holiday foul. Okay, they called it on Jrue. They didn't call it on Chris Middleton. I want to say, because if they had a challenge available, That may have been one challenge. That may have been one of the challenge. But you only have one timeout. Let's get back into let's talk about my Knickers. Right? Because fuck the mother Knickers. I'm down for my Knickers. Hey, I'm talking about, listen, I don't care about the ones that lost in the past. I don't care about the ones that didn't do it, the ones that almost did. I ain't even talking about the ones that I grew up loving. I ain't here to talk with the fans that got the RJ Barret slander today. Nope. Like, fuck the mother Knickers. I'm down with my Knickers. Oh, and Giannis goes to the paint. Doesn't get the foul called. Miami gets the rebound. Milwaukee fouls. 32.7. Miami up by 5. Right? They didn't call a foul on Milwaukee. They didn't call a foul on Miami. They called a foul on Milwaukee, right? It's just kind of crazy that to get those calls going to the lane when it looks like Milwaukee turned it over to call before this, and then Giannis went to the line, went to the hole hard this time and didn't get anything. Yep, and here we go. Miami back at the line. It looks like Bam at the line right now. He makes his first. He pushes this game to 6. Alonzo Mourning in the building. Shout out to the Georgetown Warriors. That's the school he went. Yeah, that's the school he went to. And Bam Adebayo takes his second shot, and this is now a 7-point game. Somebody's in trouble. I'm telling you, this is what we wanted. Knicks fans, handle business. Handle business, New York Knicks. Again, let's start from the let's start it from the top. Let me tell you what happened, right? In case you guys don't know. Hey, help me out a little bit.
Good means rewind, the concept means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
Game 4 started off how Game 3 started off, right? With a heavy dosage of fandom. And a lot of times during the regular season, like if you're a Lakers fan, get it down here in Miami, all right? New York gets it. I want to say Dallas gets it sometimes, right? You get a lot of fans from a lot of other fandoms, especially because you have one of those melting pot kind of cities too, right? So you get a lot of fans from a lot of fandoms that go to games either to watch their team or just go to games because it's the local team to watch and they like watching basketball. Or maybe they're there to watch another star coming in town to play you that day, right? Or their team coming to play you that day. So you get a lot of that during the regular season. And you got some of that during the regular season for Donovan Mitchell. You got some Cleveland fans in there. You got you got to have a dose of Donovan Mitchell fans in there during the regular season, even though we bust that ass. Right? And you get it for different stars. You see it for different folks, different strokes. Milwaukee had 2 shots at this to try to dent this lead. Got an offensive rebound. Couldn't make either one of them. The ball bounces out with 19.3 seconds left. Miami Heat still up by 7. We're going to see whose possession this is. Looks like Milwaukee may have touched this last. I haven't quite figured out who possession is, but Jimmy Butler is smiling right now. So if he's smiling right now, then it's time to do what you do when you win in South Florida. And they both start with P's. La Playas and Putas. So the Knicks came out with that energy, and because the fans come out with the energy, the necessary energy that let your team know that, you know what, we're here for you. Like, it's gonna be loud for them. It's gonna be ruckus for them. They're not gonna hear. It's gonna communication is gonna be difficult. Like we hear hard body. Like we coming to represent, and that they did, and the team followed suit. RJ Barret back with his second straight good game. Great game, whatever you want to call it. Efficient in these playoffs. Right? They didn't look good in Cleveland. Looked phenomenal. Phenomenal. Back home in New York. Now, added on to it, you saw some shooting woes by one Julius Randle as he continues to struggle, making people wonder, is this Julius Randle from 2 years ago, or is this Julius Randle because he's still injured? It's going to be tough as we continue to move on, right? Because the beauty of Julius Randle's injury at the end of the season, or the beauty that I saw in Julius Randle's injury towards the end of the season, right, was that it gave the opportunity for all of these young cats to be able to play in a lineup without him and really kind of get used to what this team looks like right now, right? Right now, with this current lineup, this current energy, this current level of motivation. The way they was playing towards the end of the season, we have them see right now what this team looks like without Julius Randle. Because right now, we this time that we would want to know is leading into the playoffs and in the playoffs, and you saw it. What's going on? Oh, welcome to the podcast. Don't forget the phone lines are open if you guys are joining us through the Podbean calling line. Miami Heat is going to win this game. Looks like we have a Milwaukee at the line. 110 to 116. They make their free throw. It's a 5-point game, 20 seconds left. You know, they're going to start doing that hacker heat. So let's see what happens. You never know how that ball's going to roll. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. So RJ Barret has another astounding game, but it's not even so much the game that RJ Barret has, but the game that Julius Randle didn't have. Julius Randle continues to struggle. Like I said, Julius Randle talks is going to be interesting at the in the off season. He's going to have to bounce back to something that looked like him. If not, no problem. The team that the Knicks have wanted for so long gets their opportunity. You saw Hartenstein and Obi Toppin come in, and what they don't add in points, they add in hustle. Each one of them grabbing 8 rebounds. Between the two of them, grabbing 6 offensive rebounds. Both of them with a plus minus of 10 and better. And basically, they almost led the team in plus minus. Julius Randle putting up 26. Jalen Brunson putting up 29. Now, the most interesting thing about this game, right, which cannot be forgotten to be talked about, is the benching of Julius Randle late. Is the fact that Julius Randle struggled early, right? You saw that his hustle wasn't really there, which really gets me to believe that, Julius Randle isn't playing good on offense and his defense is, which hurts you on the court. So they pulled him. I think Julius Randle played, did he play, 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or 9 minutes of the fourth? Something like that. Obi Toppin basically got the whole entire fourth quarter minutes as the New York Knicks continue to play well, kept that lead against the Cavaliers, and pulled off a 9-point victory. And the positive part that comes out of it is that while Julius Randle's effort didn't look good on the defensive end, as his offense continued to struggle, which makes you wonder if he has mobility issues, well, at least you saw him on the bench. And that's the end of that game. At least you saw him on the bench as the Miami end that game with a steal with Giannis on the ground on his back. 119-114, Miami Heat take the same commanding lead that we're telling you that the New York Knicks have taken over the Cleveland Cavaliers. And if you're the Miami Heat, you got to feel confident. Heat fans, you got to feel confident. You have to be feeling this one, because over the last what is it? 3, maybe even 4 years, right? For the majority of the last 4 years, right? We do know that obviously Milwaukee had a successful championship run, while the Miami Heat had a unsuccessful championship run, right? But we do know that a lot of these times that Miami and Milwaukee has faced each other in the playoffs, and Miami has gotten the better of Milwaukee, even while Milwaukee has been the higher seed. So the Miami Heat as a coaching staff, Miami Heat as players, Miami Heat leader, Jimmy Butler, has no fear of the Bucks. And I could also assume because when you coach a guy like LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, right? And you learn how to also defend against guys like that. Guarding against a guy like, I didn't say it yet. Calm down. Like Giannis has to come off a little bit simpler due to his what's the word? Lack of a package, right? His lack of moves in his bag, right? There's Giannis still for the most part is kind of damn. I don't want to shit on Giannis. I'm not trying to shit on, but Giannis still for the most part is very highly one-dimensional. That's downhill and go from there. But he has a plan B and a plan C, right? He has and a plan D and plan E that he will go to, but his default mode is, what did my niece call me? It's sports mode. Was it my niece that said that to me? Somebody say, "Yo, you're always in sports mode." Yeah, I like the double entendre that plays. But yeah, Giannis is kind of always in sports mode. And LeBron used to be a downhill, always in sports mode kind of person. Remember, they built a wall for him and forced the other aspects of his game to start manifesting. You saw that every year. And even though we've seen some growth from Giannis, I still feel like for the most part, it's sport mode. And Miami Heat has a very good game plan for it. It's the reason why I worry about the Miami Heat is that as a Knicks fan, Miami Heat has a good game plan for us too. But we feel a whole lot better against the Miami Heat than we do the Milwaukee Bucks. We've struggled against them. At least Miami, we've played to at least a stalemate. Well, back to the team that we have a stranglehold against, and that's the one, the only, former LeBron James led
Cleveland! This is for you!
Oh, man. Listen, RJ Barrett played better. But you saw it. And you know what? Let's also say this. I don't think if it gives you any kind of encouragement, I don't think it was just as simple as a dosage of home cooking for RJ Barrett. You saw RJ Barrett be more aggressive. Period. What did we... I was about to do the period. Well, it's like this now. Period, right? Period. Right? Whatever. But you saw RJ Barrett just be more aggressive, period, from the jump. Going on his first couple of touches, 2, 3, 4 touches, every one of them was ending with him driving to the lane, getting contact or making or attempting a layup. But putting pressure on that defense, putting pressure on a Darius Garland, right, who was downhill on him a couple of days ago and bodied him in game 2, making sure he attacked him so that he's like, yo, I'm not just gonna be backpedaling on defense all day long. I'm gonna make you feel me too. I got this big Nick too. So, you know what I mean? He hit him with the nickel over the head. And you saw Darius Garland struggle in game 3, but you saw Darius Garland start to get become more active again in game 4. So you see the adjustments. Again, the beauty of the playoffs. You see the adjustments, you see the punch, you see the counter punch. You see the expectation of the punch, counter punch, and now the dodge comes in and a couple of, now you come back with another counter. You're starting to see all that. So now when it comes to game 5, the pivotal game 5, the deciding game 5, oh yeah, listen, Heat fans, I want you guys. I just want, listen, I believe the Knicks will be taking care of their business. Heat fans, you take care of your business too. Don't let me down. Don't you let me down, damn. Is this 2-1 or 3-1? That's 2-1. Lakers are trying to put themselves in the same position that the Knicks are in and the Cavs are in, and they can. I said it's tough. That's what you about to have me all over the place. You really are. But if you want to, I'll put it on you, right? And we warned you. This is what made these playoffs so intriguing, is that we knew Miami could beat Milwaukee. We knew that was a possibility. Brooklyn, Philly, kind of thought that was going to be a wash. Knicks, Cavs, you thought Knicks could beat the Cavs. Warriors, Kings, we thought the Warriors could beat the Kings. We said it would be foolish to discount them. Lakers over Memphis, it would be foolish to discount the Lakers. There's too much experience there. Now, at some point in time, the talent of the new school becomes too overwhelming for even the experience of that old school player. As we saw what happened, remember, don't forget what happened with a young Oklahoma City team versus an old Kobe and Lakers team. Getting swept by them and nobody seeing that coming. So never fully discredit these young teams getting some of these top seeds and saying, okay, I know this team is, I know they're going up because he's best, but eventually that passing of the guard is gonna happen. It does. But do you believe that do you really believe that it's so one-sided in Golden State and Sacramento that neither team is coming out of here unscathed? Memphis and Lakers. And I remember we talked about this. After the Grizzlies, the Lakers are the no. Lakers are they're not the 4 seed, not the 4 or 5 seed. They're the 2. They get the 2-3 seed. So after this, then they get Warriors or Grizzlies. Grizzlies can advance past the Lakers. Lakers can advance past the Grizzlies. That's going to be another highly watched round of basketball. Drew a blank for a second. I'll let you know that. Then we have Denver and Phoenix. And Phoenix over Denver, I think most people are going to take. And now we're talking Golden State, Phoenix, and Lakers in Phoenix. And Golden State can beat Phoenix, and Lakers can beat Phoenix. And in all kinds of matchup plots that takes place. It's either LeBron James and Kevin Durant finally, or it's Kevin Durant taking on his former Golden State Warriors team. Running to another team. Right? So, there's all kinds of storylines built into the West. But the East is just grit. The East has the same scenario. If Milwaukee takes out, if Miami Heat take out the Milwaukee Bucks, then the same way the Miami Heat are looking at the New York Knicks, like, yo, we can beat them to go to the next round. The Knicks are looking like, yo, we can beat them to go to the next round. And then we're talking about taking on Boston. I don't know why everybody fears Boston. Miami and New York has done well against Boston this year. So there's no fear going to see Boston. You think that there's an actual chance. And that's all you need. It's the hope that you have a chance. You believe that you can beat them. You see John Morant with his hand. John Morant broke his hand earlier. Or John Morant broke his hand in that game. But he's going to, let's say, that's his right-handed shooting hand. So he is playing today, it looks like. In that last game, he had 45 points and 9 rebounds and 13 assists, 6 of 10 from three-point shooting. In a game that they lost, by the way. They still lost. He did all that and they still lost. That's what gave the Lakers this 2-1 lead. Let's come back. Come back to my Knicks. Then the insertion of Josh Hart again. I mentioned some time ago that, and I think this is before Josh Hart got here. The New York Knicks need a goon. They need a dog. They still may need this guy. So they need an enforcer. I was lumping all of those guys into one. And I realized something. The Knicks do have, I don't want to say they don't have a goon, but they have a hustler. They have an ultimate energy guy. They have a guy that his effort motivates the team. They have a underneath your skin kind of defender, but not a true antagonist. Just a really good reader of plays, right? He isn't a Patrick Beverley that will get a triple-double in loud hand claps, aggressive head nods, right? And intense stares, right? Yeah, that's Patrick. You know, that's Patrick Beverley. About 22 loud claps per game. Leads the league in that. About 14.3 aggressive head nods per game. And just making it to the triple-double, 10.1 intense stares a game. Right? That's the triple-double of Patrick Beverley. He's not quite that. But he is an ultimate hustler. Finds himself in the passing lane. Finds himself at every loose ball. Not just him. I want to give comment to Mitchell Robinson as well. The offensive rebound for Mitchell Robinson, that hustle from him in last game. He had 11 rebounds, 7 of those was offensive boards. Obi Toppin, 8 rebounds, 5 of those offensive boards. Hartenstein off the bench, another 8 boards. Those guys, just ability just to keep hustling and getting those loose balls and understanding that energy is a tangible trait that not just leads to winning, but your teammates feel and they can get motivated and energized from it. Energy is a trait. Energy. And it's a skill set. And I'm gonna tell you this. It's part of the reason why I got Julius Randle benched. At no point in time do I need to teach or coach up effort. You see that? You see how many people on this team that I mentioned? Effort play after effort play after effort play. At the big man position, Robinson, Hartenstein, Toppins. So if RJ ain't cutting it, I'm sorry, brother, we're gonna cut the fat on you in this game. Glad you had a good attitude about it. I'm glad you didn't stick around and talk to the media so this could be so the story can linger about you. I'm glad he didn't do that because you know where the media was gonna go with it. Right? I mean, I know it looks the way that he should have been answered, but you know what? Don't let everybody else get their shine. Right? Why talk to anybody? They were just going to bring up the negative aspects of around the game. Go talk to the people that scored. Go talk to the people that did well. Go talk to the people that's gonna keep the narrative positive around the Knicks. Leave me out of this. Like I played shitty today. I don't want my shitty aura around any of your of storylines so that you can go ahead and do whatever, even though you did what you could go do whatever. Sold for 183,000. Ooh, that was a little quick smoke break. That's gonna hit me soon. That's gonna hit me real soon. So, New York Knicks took care of business. Next game, I believe, is on Wednesday. Like I said, there was so many things happening in game 4. Not to mention, I think it's was it game 4 or was it game 3? Where the New York Knicks held Donovan Mitchell to 2 points in the whole fourth quarter. That may have been game 3. No, he was in 4. Who knows? Game 5, we'll be watching live at Sharky's. Guys come down. Who knows? Maybe there's a drink on me. You know, maybe I have something for some blue skies. Maybe I'll have some blue skies going on here. The Knicks need to be prepared for double, triple, quadruple, centuple, octuple. The amount of energy that you saw from Cleveland in game 2. Expected to be louder than game 2. Expect the fans to be more rabid than game 2. Expect everything on every fabric, on every atomic level of intensity to be cranked up from game 2. If you thought you got their best in game 2, you ain't seen nothing yet. That was them running for their lives. That was them running as fast as they can. This is them running for their lives being chased by a panther. Being chased by a cheetah. Being chased by a cheetah being ridden by a cheetah. So they're being chased by a cheetah that is being ridden by Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Prepare for the worst because you haven't seen anything yet. RJ Barrett's gonna have to continue to be consistent. I don't think that for some people you don't have to worry about finding consistency in how they're consistent. Right? And their jobs are easy because they just have to hustle. They don't really have to score. Scoring is a bonus. When you get what we got from him, like 20-something points, I think we got from him too. From Josh Hart in game 4. What was it? 19 from him. When you get 19 from Josh Hart, that's a bonus. Josh Hart's biggest skill to us is his hustle. Hartenstein's biggest skill, hustle. Rebound, stuff, things like that. Emmanuel quickly has the burden of hustle and points. Obi Toppin's more hustle than points. That needs to continue. That needs to continue to happen at a high level, but still give us those timely points, those timely dunks, those timely putbacks. You have to be prepared for that place to be rumbling. It's Cleveland. I don't know. Maybe even prepare for a couple of racial slurs coming out of out of the crowd towards you Knickers. Expect it all. Now, in this game, in game 4, I wonder if they're gonna follow the same formula from game 4, where you started Josh Hart, or if Quentin Grimes can go for game 5 if you put him back in the starting lineup. To be honest with you, listen, if you don't have to overextend Quentin Grimes, right? You don't overextend him. This is why you have Deuce McBride. This is why, even though you don't really play him unless it's blowouts like game 3, this is why you got Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose got a standing ovation for game 3. They were chanting his name. That's how big the blowout was, where they're calling for Derrick Rose to make an appearance in the game, and Tom Thibodeau looks at him like, "Hey, yo, well, you want some minutes? Rose grows in the concrete. Let's go." And puts Derrick Rose in there. I can't remember if Evan Fournier got minutes. Let me take a quick look. Did Evan Fournier manage to get minutes in that? What happened here? In that game 3 blowout? Keys of success for game 5. They're not difficult to figure out. I don't know if I'm going to end up repeating this on Wednesday. Now, the game will probably be on by that time. I'll probably be in more reaction mode. It's going to be the production of our role plays, and it's always been that way, right? Not just for us, for a lot of teams that have been built like us in the past, right? Even winning teams that have been built like us in the past. When I mean by winning teams, I mean championship winning teams have been built like us in the past, right? When they have this kind of depth, no, Evan Fournier did not make it into that game. Is that, oh, did we just lose podbean? Right? Is that you have to have your bench, your role players, not just your 1 and your 2, your other bench players, your other role players, as Shaq likes to call those your others. They have to step up and at least, at bare minimum, give you what they gave you on a consistent average basis during the regular season. Because if you don't do that, then that's when they swing you. Because that's what's got you to this winning record. That's what's got us here. That's what got us to be one of these exciting teams in the league that we honestly think that has a chance. This will get you to the kind of team that, you know what? If there's a free agency looking at out there, they should be looking at the Knicks like, yo, if I was on that team, they would have won a chip. I guarantee you. Like, yo, you put my skills with their skills, and that's easy money, B. That's easy money. Yo, KD, don't you regret the Knicks? Well, you know what? You don't have to have the kind of regrets that Kevin Durant has, right? And while he may have, thank you. While he may have regrets when it comes to the Knicks, right? And I'm having regrets that something didn't load right. Right? So while he may have regrets about coming to the Knicks, you don't have to have regrets in the bedroom. I know he's like, God damn, how we go from there? How we go from the? Listen, you don't have to have regrets when it comes to the bedroom anymore, right? Or when it comes to performances anymore. Maybe that's what I should have said. Let's start this over. While Kevin Durant may have regrets about coming to the Knicks, you don't have to have any kind of regrets when it comes to your performance ever again. Why so, you ask? Well, when it comes to this little thing called Blue Chew, what's Blue Chew? Blue Chew just happens to be a little blue pill that can get you back your thrill. All you need to do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. So let me tell you how this works. Blue Chew has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. With the prices that I have, this is one deal that you just can't miss. For a very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss. And she will love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And if you wanna try it, I'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Use my promo code GSSS. And you can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Yes, folks, you get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Use my promo code GSSS. Your first order of Blue Chew is completely free. Forget about it. Don't even worry about it. Pay shipping and handling, and that's it. And I know you wonder, like, yo, damn, T. Like, I'm still kind of young. I do my thing. Like, I don't really got those kind of issues. I mean, like, get whiskey dick every once in a while. You want to drink and one, like, but that's about it. I mean, but unless I'm drinking that Henny, though, I drink that Henny, I'm strong like Bo. But, every once in a while, everything else, I'm like, guess what? Never have to worry about whiskey dick ever again. Natural cure to whiskey dick. Some of you know what? Some of you just get nervous. You's talking mad shit in her DMs, right? Like gassing her head up about all that shit you was about to do. And now the time gets there and you're like, hey, yo, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? You get that stage fright sometimes. You get a little too excited. Blue Chew, right? Put you right back in the headspace that you need. Blue Chew. You may even say to yourself, like, nah, T, none of those apply to me. Like, yo, I'm strong like bull, firm like ox. I'm always good over here. You know what I mean? I'm a prize fighter. 6-7 rounds every time, B. How about 12? How about 15 rounds? I'm saying, like, you good? You could be better. Like this is like your shit on steroids, without the steroid after effects. It's just hard time in the city. You know what they say? You have an erection after 4 hours, then you better wake her ass back up and go those extra rounds. It's about that extra work you put in when nobody's looking. That makes you great. So, Blue Chew was really just two instructions. You chew it, and you do it. How's it you like to do it? This is up to you. You like missionary? You want to stare in her face the whole time? Do it that way. You like doggy style? The way you can give her a nice little donkey punch after she gets that you doggy style. You like try kinky thing and you do jackhammer? Jackhammer style. Alabama taco. Whatever is your style. You do that. But you never have to worry about the theatrics ever again when it comes to Blue Chew. Again, that promo code is GSSS. BlueChew.com. Chew it and you do it. How you leave her lane after that is up to you. Ladies, just us for a second, right? Tell them to go away. All right, ladies, it's just us. Listen, if you're talking yeah, exactly. Major alert time. If he talking all that shit, don't let him slide. Pop him a Blue Chew. Give him one of them shits. Right? Like, yo, you was talking mad shit, Poppy. Like, I'm not about to let you let me down. Like, I want everything that you said and more. Like, I'm coming over here to suck your soul. When I'm done with that, I need you to get resurrected. So that we can go again. And you make sure you put him in the wheelchair that you deserve. Yeah, I said that right. You make sure he put you in the wheelchair that you deserve. That all pinked out one with the rhinestone wheels. Because you deserve to have your back blown too. Because girls is players too. Getting broken all around the world because girls is players too. BlueChew.com. GSSS. Again. Well, what's that motto? You chew it, and then you. That's right. Do it. Doing it well. She represents Queens. I was raised out in Brooklyn. Lakers up by 8, 33-25. About 10 and a half minutes left to go in that first half. Knicks got a task for them. It's gonna be interesting. I really can't relax quite yet. I know I'm calling this in 5, but I really can't relax quite yet. It's still kind of nerve-wracking. I don't want 6. I don't want to have to come back to New York. Even though when you say like, man, they come back home, all they got, they did what they did that then they get home and that's it. Yeah, I want it to happen in Cleveland. It will put me a whole lot more at ease knowing that things are wrapped up, bottled up, and ready to be shipped out in Cleveland, and we could go see Miami. And then everybody I know will be happy. And I do mean everybody that I know will be happy. Because all I know right now are Heat fans and Knicks fans. I don't know. I don't know fuck that was. I don't know any. I only know. We have our senior Cleveland correspondent, Chill Will. Well, we have him, but personally down here, I don't know no Cleveland fans. Cavs fans are gonna be offended. You know what I mean? Like I don't know no Bucks fans are gonna be salty. Like it's all New York and Miami. So this is gonna be a good series. You understand? That's what makes it so nice. Because think about this: you get Cleveland, which was a artificial rivalry that is being seeded this year. But if you get next round, which is Knicks Heat, which has been a long-term rivalry. So that's going to add juice around that series. Ticket sales, buzz, arenas, everything, right? Local bars, all that's going to be buzzing. But then think about the next round after that, too. That if you get past that, then it's Boston. That rival. Man, Toronto. You see what I said? And then let's say something weird happens and you get the Lakers and LeBron James and you go through them. You beat them. New York, Cali, Biggie, Tupac. Oh! That just busted a sports nut. I am wilding. You know what? I think it's time for us to take a little break. Not that kind of break. Break from the Knicks. Let's take a break from the Knicks. Let's go around the league. All right. Let's give you a little idea of what's been going on with some of these other teams. Get me. Can I?
Here it comes.
Here it comes. MyT from 305 my city. I keep the pulse of the city. Well, it's Knicks, Heat, the Nets are magic. We talk about it, the good or trash. It could be the Bills, Bucks, Jets, Jags, Giants, and Finns. We talk about it all. The losses, all the wins. Yankees, Marlins, Mets, and the Rays. We talk about them all day, all day. We about to die on the I-95. 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 All right, folks. So, as you guys know, right, we're in the middle of the NBA playoffs. Little 305 of my city. We're going to take you on a trip around the league. That's all that is, right? Well, we down here in South Florida. So we down here from 305 to my city. My city is basically your city. So when I say my city, basically it's because this is you saying it, right? Like you're repeating this from 305 to my city. It's like it's my city because I'm not originally from the 305. Like I'm originally from Brooklyn. So even for me, it's from 305 to my city, right? You know how that goes. Let's get into it, right? So I know you guys. So you guys have been paying attention, all right? We just talked about the game that just went off not too long ago, which is the Miami Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Miami Heat right now own a 3-2-1, 3-1, folks, lead over the Milwaukee Bucks. Now they have fallen on some good graces, right? In a sense. Where Giannis went out injured for a couple of games with a back injury. And with that back, it allowed the Miami Heat to be able to take a couple of games. One the game that and also the game that he missed after that. And now you see them, and you see the Miami Heat, now you see the Milwaukee Bucks try to play him in kind of a desperation mode. And in this desperation mode, unfortunately, Miami Heat has already built up some of that momentum. Not this momentum, the confidence that they've had from previous years, previous experience, to say to themselves, you know what? I truly believe that we can beat the Milwaukee Bucks. And now we see them one game away. I'm trying to pull up to see when is going to be game 5 for the Miami Heat. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Is the Knicks? Is both of them on Wednesday night? Wednesday night. Wednesday night. Sharkies. It's gonna be lit. Oh, it's gonna be lit. I don't even know if I want to do a show. I'm not gonna lie to you. I personally don't know if I want to do a show Wednesday night. I may just want to sit there, drink, eat wings, and watch the game. And I'm telling you, that is what I just may do. So Wednesday night, I'm going to let you know this right now. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird because I really don't want to. And I should do the podcast regularly. But I was just thinking, like, you know what? I'm just going to have the camera on me while I watch the game. Like, seriously, just have it in my face. As Anthony Davis gets up, limping, holding his body after attempting to walk. Sorry. I know I shouldn't. We got about another 27 minutes after the podcast. 27? 17? Yeah, so the Miami Heat are going to play Wednesday night. So they play Wednesday night 9:30. The New York Knicks are going to play Wednesday night 7 p.m. Man, that night is going to be incredible. That night, I'm going to be completely nervous. And depending on what the Lakers do tonight. Hold on. Really? Oh, man. They are giving it to us Wednesday. Okay. If the Lakers go up 3-1 tonight, Wednesday night, we're talking about a possible closeout game for the New York Knicks over the Cavs. a closeout game for the Miami Heat over the Bucks, and a closeout game for the LA Lakers over the Grizzlies. We may have 3 possible closeout games on Wednesday night. Can I tell you, no part of me wants to do a show on Wednesday night. I'm sorry. Yo, you can't blame me. You really can't blame me. No part of me wants to do a show on Wednesday night. I kind of just want to watch. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be highly interesting. I'm serious with you guys. Wednesday night, I don't know if I want to give you guys a full show, like a regular show Wednesday. Like I'm talking about sports, trivia, the whole thing. Or Wednesday night, you're just going to have to see me trying to give you a show as I just react to the Knicks game, react to the Lakers game, react to the Heat's game for the next 3-4 hours. There's nothing I want to do more than watch these games and actually have you see the joy that I go through, the upset, the up, the down, the ebbs, the flow, the sobriety to intoxication. Man, I'm gonna give it a lot of thought. I'm gonna give Wednesday's show a lot of thought. If we don't get a show Wednesday, don't be surprised. Damn it. It's all the people that I come with. Listen, I understand. We're like, yo, they're really gonna be like, yo, something looks different on Wednesday. And I'm gonna tell them, like, yeah. Instead of my back being to the televisions and me putting on a show, yeah, my face is towards the television and everybody's just kind of watching me react as I try to talk sports. We're gonna try to work something out. We're gonna see. I want to be fully engulfed in all of those games Wednesday night. Is not even fun. See, this is the downfall, right? In the past years of me having the podcast, when the players have started, the Knicks weren't in it really. So I wasn't really missing the engagement with direct fans for my, for my team. Like I wasn't missing that. Or I wasn't getting presented with things like Wednesday night where it can be a possible triple closeout night involving Lakers, Knicks, and Heat. There's still a lot of basketball game here left, but I'm letting you know right now that as a possibility alone, as we see fans coming in from Twitch. Thank you guys. That is a possibility alone is enough to make me or anybody just was like, yo, Wednesday night, lock in. Wednesday night may have so much on the line. Can you imagine if on Wednesday night those 3 games are being played under those circumstances? It's really only left for Miami for the Lakers to take care of their business tonight. Knicks took care of theirs. Miami Heat took care of theirs tonight. Right? Now, if the Lakers take care of their business, Wednesday night is going to be a spectacular night. Wednesday night could be a magic. You understand? Even if all 3 teams don't win, the energy surrounding Wednesday night is going to have a pseudo feel as if they were all game 7s. It's going to be intense. Because I know how I feel as a Knicks fan. Imagine how the Heat fan are going to feel. And I had the Lakers fans to it, and you get to add the bronzexuals to it. Oh my goodness. That's like having the LGBT in one car. Oh man, yo, no, listen, man. We listen. We about to do some star-studded star-studded shit. Like it's not even gonna look straight. We want to be some rabid dogs out there. So Lakers are currently up, like I said, currently up by 12 right now, leading in their matchup 2-1. The Philadelphia 76ers, they've already cleared up. Let me pull up a bracket. Let's do that. Right. Philadelphia 76ers, they've already cleared up their division. They've already cleared up their games. Yeah, they swept the Brooklyn Nets. That was the 3-6 series, so that matchup is already a wrap. Let's see here. Boston is currently up right now 3-1 over Atlanta. And that game 5 is scheduled for, let's see, it's probably gonna be tomorrow night. Yep, tomorrow night at 7:30 is going to be game 5 between Boston and Atlanta. Also, with a game 5 and a possible closeout is the Milwaukee Bucks over. It's not the Milwaukee Bucks, the Denver Nuggets. My bad, Milwaukee. Denver Nuggets over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota Timberwolves end up winning last night's game as Anthony Edwards guaranteed that his team will not be swept. That we still have some life left. They still have some life left in them, and a little bit of life is what they did show as they end up winning that one game to allow themselves to continue to play on for one more night. We are going to celebrate. Right. Also tomorrow night we have the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out again with a knee injury. That's what we call him, the yin and yang of Jimmy Butler. He always has the same qualities and the same traits and same kind of load management, but with the opposite kind of results outside of that 1 year. Right? Seems like the opposite effort too, and the opposite personality as well. So we have the Clippers and Suns matchup there, and with no Kawhi Leonard, and they already didn't have a Paul George. It's gonna be really hard to see this team beating the LA Clippers. Meaning beating the Phoenix Suns. You saw what they look like with Kawhi Leonard just alone against Phoenix Suns, and this was gearing up to be one of the better matchups of one of the great matches, one of the better matches of the first round. Instead, we were robbed of that due to Kawhi Leonard's health, and we don't get to see. And instead of now seeing a series where Kawhi Leonard was going to force Kevin Durant, to really to have to work for his shots anytime that he was checking him. Now you kind of have a Kevin Durant doing whatever he wants. 3 seconds left. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. He's taking 2 dribbles from the top of the key and doing scoop layups, right? So that, we'll keep it honest, that could be ended tomorrow. You understand? So honestly, like let's keep it a buck. When we return, so let's exclude Wednesday, right? If we return Friday, because this is also a moving week for me, right? This is the beginning of moving week. So this is going to be the last time you see us in this location. So as we get to Friday, by the time we end this week, right? Or by the time Wednesday is over, let's stay Wednesday. By the time Wednesday is over, when that pumpkin turns back into when that chariot turns back into a pumpkin, the slipper comes off, right? That gown goes back into rags. When we wake up Thursday morning, right now it's Monday, Tuesday passes, Wednesday passes, Thursday 4 a.m. we wake up. The Celtics could have their series wrapped up. The Nuggets could have their series wrapped up. The Suns could have their series wrapped up. The Knicks could have their series wrapped up. Oh, I'm not done. the Lakers could have their series wrapped up, and the Heat can have their series wrapped up. 6 series wrapped up in 2 days. The next 48 hours in the NBA playoffs is going to be crazy. Get your popcorn. Better yet, get your popcorn chicken. Right? It's the MyT Sports Podcast. Get your tea. You can get your tea, you can get my tea, whichever kind of tea. Get your tea ready. Maybe I should make my own kind of tea. You get your popcorn chicken, you get your tea ready. Or you get your favorite cup, whether it's a mug or a solo. And you strap yourself in. The ride we gonna go. It's like that slingshot that they be having pictures of you, and shit be popping out your chest. Yo! I didn't even tell you guys fully. We're gonna wrap up the show, right? Have we talked about everybody? We talked Warriors. Yeah, Warriors the only one tied up. They the only one dragging this shit out. Warriors Kings. But hey, yo. So let me see. I told you. So we could have talked about 11:07. So we have about 4 more minutes left in the show. Let's let you guys know. We can finish it with story time. Excuse me. I forget to mention that LeBron James mean mugged Devin Brooks right before the last game. He did some cornball shit. I don't even know what the fuck that was all about. And then during the game, the Lakers, whoever's in charge of the Lakers, like a comparison of LeBron James staff to Dylan Brooks. It was like 4 MVPs, 4 this, 4 blah blah blah. And then it said you are not him to Dylan Brooks. So I'm looking at it like, well, if you were to compare an all-time great to what LeBron James had done in his same amount of time in the league that Dylan Brooks had been into the league, you'd also be saying that LeBron James is not him. That's what I was saying. When they were looking at that same stat and comparing it to all of Jordan's accomplishments, 3 years in, you would look like, yeah, he's not him. And him build that resume up. Now, Dylan Brooks is probably has never ever been considered as one of the people as going to be the best in the league ever. That was never him. But hey, he's doing enough to get underneath the skin of old LeBron. Let me pass up. I didn't want to go back into the sports. We're trying to wrap the show up, right? Let's get into story time. Right? Let me tell you about this. And I really just remembered as we were talking about the slingshot ride. So a couple weeks ago, we go to the fair for my niece's birthday. I forget how old she's, 12. Yeah. So we go for my niece's birthday. What's good, Big Lord? How you doing? Welcome to the Mighty Sports Podcast. We're just wrapping things up here. A little bit of story time. And we get on this ride. It takes you it holds you up mad in the air. It takes you like you're going around in a circle. You come back around or whatever. You know what I mean? Your seat, it has a zero gravity thing. It's going all over the fucking place. And before I hopped on there, they're like, "Yo, take it. Can your chain come off over your head?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? So they're like, "You chain off this." I'm like, okay. So I take my chain off. And I ain't think about nothing else. So I got my kit. It's there. It's good. My wallet in my back pocket. It's there. It's good. And going to ride is fun. Like I said, it slung me up and down the place, back and forth, up and down, round and round. So we walking, and I'm like, yo, that was actually pretty fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. We getting ready to go to the next ride. And I'm like, oh, let me get a beer real quick. And I was like, and I go looking for my wallet, and as I'm scanning over my pockets, I'm like, yo, where the fuck is my phone at? Like, what? Like, yo, my phone. Like, my phone is. And at this point, I'm just thinking, like, yo, my phone flew out my pocket. And I didn't even feel it. I didn't feel it slide out of my pocket. I didn't see it look me in the face and be like, bye, sucker. Yoink. None of that. You know how they show it in television? Like you become, you become eye level with that object real quick before it's the last time that you see it. Like, wait, is that my? No, none of that happened. It crept out my pocket like a thief in the night and went gallivanting all over all over the carnival. So now I'm over here, like, yo, I need to find my phone. I've worked the carnival before, right? So I start behind all of the vendors, behind the gate, behind the rides and stuff, and I'm searching. I don't see nothing. Like I see other phones. I saw other phones. Nah, and my phone ain't a follower. It ain't gonna be around these other phones. Now I'm gonna go do my own thing, right? I see other phones. I'm like, hey, here go. Like, that's not yours, no. So it's like, yo, maybe ask the dude on this ride, right? The ride beside your ride. Like, hey, yo, my mans, I got a couple of phones over here, but hey, by any chance, have you? Shut up. See, that's my phone, right? You think that shit's funny? My man's, yo, find the other phones. Like, I found some phones. Like, I missed my phones. What color is your phone? I'm like, it's black. You know, he goes, got a black phone here. He looks at it. I'm like, that's not my black phone. Like, do all black phones look alike to you? I'm like, nah, that's not me. So man, continue to go on my mission. So some other dude, right, in that same. Some other dude in that same ride, he hears like, oh, did you lose your phone? I'm like, yeah. He said, well, calling it. Starts calling my phone. We calling my phone. And some Arab dude picks up my phone, right? At least that's what it says, right? You know what I'm saying, right? This is keep it kosher, right? So some Arab dude, right? Some Indian dude, right? Picks up my phone. And it's an Android. It was an Android. It's a Samsung. All right, it's a sing song. So some Arab dude finds my phone, right? And so first time I call, my phone it goes straight to voicemail. I'm like, God damn, my phone's off. My phone shouldn't even be off. Like, it was just on. So I'm thinking, like, damn, they got me. So I just let me call back. Now the Arab dude picks up. I'm like, hey, yo. He's like, yo, I found your phone, bro. And I'm like, yo, that's what's up. Like, yo, it's me. I'm like, hey, where you at? And he's like, and he's telling me, I'm like, well, so I'm trying to tell him, like, yo, I'm over here by that ride. Anthony Davis goes down again after blinking, and he gets back up with a limp. Okay, look like he's gonna finish out the next couple of plays. All right, so now, buddies, so now we're trying to coordinate, right? I'm over here walking. I'm over here with the dude that's trying to help me. I'm walking with his phone. He's walking behind me. I'm like, yo, you see me? I got an orange shirt on. I'm like, I'm waving my hand. I'm like, yo, wave your hands. I'm over here looking for this Arab dude. And he's like, yo, I'm waving my hands, bro. And I'm looking. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that you? It's a Cuban chick. Huskiest voice ever. Yo, she was mad cool. But, yo, Arab dude that had my phone ended up being Cuban chick with my phone. So needless to say, I got my phone back, right? Ironically, no damages to the phone. And she was like, yo, I found your phone by the entrance, bro. And I'm like, by the entrance? You know how far we were from the entrance? So when I say, like, my phone went gallivanting, everybody else's phone was falling in the grass by the ride. Mine went flinging by the entrance. Just went through the air like a batarang. Just landed somewhere randomly. Someone's like, oh, look, a flying phone, bro. And now we're here. I looked at my phone. I'm looking for scratches, dents, anything. I can't find a scuff mark. I wish I could tell you what kind of what kind of case I got, but nothing. Not a bruise, not a scuff mark. I can't even tell who was drinking the night before. No hangover, no nothing. Just reunited. I forget what Shorty's name is, right? Because she's actually a barber down here in South Florida. Let me see if I can pull up on my IG. She's actually a barber down here in Miami, right? So if you got me on Instagram, like go look for her information, right? Like she's on there. She's one of my recently added people. I don't know if it even works like that, but that's it. Yeah, that's my case of my flying phone. Chilling at the corner. We both going on rides. It's MyT Sports Podcast. I'm your boy Talento Omar Taylor. We'll be back again on Wednesday live from Sharkies. Stay tuned about that Wednesday show from Sharkies. 3 game fives. Heat, Knicks, Lakers. I don't know if I'm going to be able to concentrate. I don't know if I'm going to be able to concentrate. Thank you, Big Lord, for coming on the show. We normally come on right around like about 8:07 to 11:07 Eastern Standard Time. If you ever want to catch us during regular hours, phone lines are open. If you ever want to call in and join the show as well. Everybody, I want to thank you for listening. I appreciate you taking out the time and energy to join your boy. Don't forget that one hand wash the other and both wash the face. This is Talento Omar Taylor with the MyT Sports Podcast, and we are out of here. Can you please play my outro so I can stop that? Whoa, stop that. Let's try that again. Don't forget to like, share, and follow everywhere that you listen and watch. I mean, everywhere. Podbean, Pandora, TuneIn, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, Pornhub, anywhere you watch videos that we there. MyT Sports Podcast. OnlyFans coming soon.